Welcome back to Crooked Concepts. Today, we're going to be talking about the AI bubble. Every bubble looks obvious in hindsight, but that's usually after the fact, not during the bubble. And here's the thing when people say the AI bubble is here, it sounds reasonable. I get it. But what if the comparison is wrong in history? What if instead of thinking of this like the dot-com bubble, we think of it more like an infrastructure development system? Something like the railway, the roads, planes, but instead through data.
So why is this so different from past bubbles? Well, let's compare the dot-com bubble, which is going to be the most easily recognizable. During the dot-com bubble, we built websites. We hoped users would come, and we knew monetization would come later. What AI does, it replaces or augments the labor. It automates decision making and it embeds directly into workflows. You don't visit AI, you use it without even thinking. And that's the biggest difference. The real bubbles collapse when people stop using the thing. For AI to collapse, companies would have to decide productivity doesn't matter anymore. Automation is not useful, and data does not create leverage, which is absolutely false. That is not a market cycle anymore. That is denial.
And I get why AI feels like a bubble. To be fair, the skepticism is not stupid. Some AI companies really are grossly overvalued. Some are just wrappers around existing models, and some other ones are just kind of grabbing it and duct taping it to normal software. I get it. And that does look bubblish. I just don't know how many bubbles in history force, the Mag 7 to re-architect their data structure or data stack. I just can't find an example like that. So what's going on behind the scenes actually? This is where the conversation is going to go wrong usually because it's a very technical subject. But AI is not starting with chatbots. It started with data and data engineers, which you should thank everyone like that for your chat GPT. For AI to work at all, companies need clean data pipelines. They need centralized storage, massive, massive computational power. I'm talking 128 gigabytes of RAM to run a single LLM on one device, and ongoing interference capacity. What does all that mean? Well, the data lakes that we were talking about earlier, massive, massive data warehouses, GPUs for days. We need better networking. I'm talking fiber optics. We need better monitoring. I want millisecond latency, and we need governance. In other words, I need to make sure my data is not corrupted. These are not optional. We need them. And even if AI apps like, I don't know, the one that generates the images disappear tomorrow, it wouldn't matter. The infrastructure would still need to be there. Data engineering is not going away anytime soon. And companies are not buying this stuff because, oh, I like the chatbots. They're buying it because labor is super expensive. Humans make decisions too slow. Margins are tight and competition out there is brutal. If you do not buy into AI, you will die right now. AI plugs directly into productivity. This is not about hype. This is about economics and boosting margins.
So, is there some kind of AI bubble? When it comes to a valuation perspective, yes. In specific stocks, yes. In certain products, but is there exceptions? Also, yes. But I want to make it clear that the valuation is the problem, not AI itself. We're mistreating AI and treating it like infrastructure, platforms, and applications are the same thing as AI. The real question is not, is AI a bubble? It's who actually will capture the value of the infrastructure being built, because that is where the cycle is won or lost. That is all for this video. This is Crooked Concepts, where we look at things at a different angle. If you're interested in thinking more crooked, please like, subscribe, and until next time.